Mayor Eric Adams facing more questions about his plan to tackle crime in the city. He's also addressing recent criticism he directed towards the media.
All right, those comments coming during a press conference where he laid out his budget priorities. Arthur Chien was there for that press conference. Arthur, how did he address the media today?
Well, the first thing he talked about was really crime, his focus on it, and a shift in his strategy. It was very interesting. We're going to get into that in a moment, but first we want to address the issue of lack of diversity that the mayor first raised yesterday in a very passionate rant, if you will, on the lack of diversity. Let's take a look at the picture right now today. This was after the budget announcement in the rotunda at City Hall. This is what the mayor was looking at when looking at the press corps here at City Hall. Now, his passionate criticism yesterday was sparked by unfavorable coverage in one of the local papers about Albany not budging on bail reform during his visit despite his efforts. We are going to play two things here. The first is his exchange with a print reporter from one of those papers who claimed the mayor called the press corps racist, which to our recollection he did not. Then separately he spoke about how all arenas need to have uncomfortable conversations about race, from including more black coaches in the NFL to more diversity in the voices in media here in New York City.
Did I use the term racist? Well, Nolan, stay with me. Did I use the term racist?
Well, how about this?
No, Nolan, this is a simple question. Did I use the term racist? Come on, Nolan. You're not even willing to admit when you were inaccurate. We are at a place that we have to ask ourselves, if everyone is not around the table, then are we really getting different views from everyone?
Following the brutal murder of Christina Lee, the other issue the mayor addressed is that of violent crime. Several recent murders, including hers, have been at the hands of mentally ill individuals who are homeless. The mayor says he is going after street homelessness in particular, and also subway homelessness, and not just broader mental health. Now, part of his plan is to convert current COVID beds, as those numbers decline, to psychiatric beds. He also aims to redistribute NYPD manpower, lamenting the fact that hundreds of NYPD officers are performing clerical duties as crime is spiking. He wants them out doing police work.
It was a big mistake to ignore street homelessness on our subway system, on our streets. That is not the direction I'm going into. I'm moving to getting those who are living on the streets the support they need. We're ending the era of tents. We're ending the era of sleeping on our subway system.
Now, if the mayor was disappointed about Albany not budging on bail reform, he did not show it. He said there are other streams that feed into the violence that the city currently sees, and he says he wants to attack those streams. We're live at City Hall. Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News. Steve, back to you.
Very well. All right. Thanks, Arthur.